Hi everybody, we're back with a catch-up about the Compton trouser pattern which was released in July. So just as a little recap of what's happened is we made a little video last month, so most of you will know that my patterns are named after a real person. So the Compton trouser pattern is named after Claire Compton, who kindly offered to come in and do an interview last month around the release time of the pattern. And during that interview we explained that we were doing a pledge to breast cancer now as part of the release of the pattern. So this was Claire's idea, and we were donating £1 each for each pattern sold up until the 20th of July. So part of this video is really to talk about that pledge, and we are now ready to make our donation. And we're also going to chat a little bit about the next pattern coming up and the fact that Claire is actually testing that pattern, and then we're just going to have a little chit chat about sewing and see how it goes, because actually we got a really nice response. Loads of people liked the video, so that was really nice to hear. So we thought, well, yeah, let's do it again, because we actually had great fun doing it as well, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
So,
it was good fun.
So let's just start off with the pledge. So like I said, we both agreed to give £1 each to the charity, and we're going to add a link below the video so that you can see more about this charity, and I'll let you chat a little bit about that in a minute. But anyway, from launch date to the 20th of July was our sort of set date to collate our numbers, and we sold 28 patterns in that time, which I'm very happy. I think that's a lovely, healthy launch. Lots of people really positive about the pattern. But what we've decided to do is we're going to top up the donation and round it up to £100 between us. So we're going to be donating that to breast cancer now this week. So I thought maybe one of the things that was mentioned actually was that you can donate to breast cancer now without having to buy the pattern, and really part of this is to highlight the importance of these charities. It's been an important charity to you. Do you want to just say a little bit more about the charity?
Yeah, so I found breast cancer, I think it was something called something slightly different, because I think it's merged with two charities now.
It has, yeah.
I found it back in 2009 with my first diagnosis. It has so many areas to pinpoint you. So if you're worried about your diagnosis, you don't understand what your diagnosis is, you can go on there, you can speak to nurses that help you through kind of what your treatment is and the side effects and everything else. But also the other main point is kind of like, it can go on there if you're worried. Maybe you found a lump or something and you want to kind of look at kind of like what might happen next, where could I go, what can I do?
Yeah,
so it's got loads of information.
I mean, I've had a good look at the website since you introduced it to me. I feel like it's really accessible and user friendly. I feel like what their mission is amazing.
Yeah,
so.
And it's also people, your family can use it.
Yeah.
So you know, it's not just for people that are suffering. It's for the family behind that sometimes suffer a little bit more with your diagnosis, and there's a pinpoint for them as well.
That's amazing, isn't it? So yeah, so we wanted to do that highlight. Obviously our donation isn't huge, but I think it's nice to be able to do something and to be able to sort of highlight this fabulous charity. So like I said, we'll add a link below this video so that you can kind of have a look for yourself. It might be useful. You never know. Nobody ever knows when you might find something like that useful. So it's great to know about it. So yeah, that's our little donation for the Compton trousers, and lots of people have been making them. It's been very exciting to see. So now we're on to the next pattern. So obviously once one pattern's launched, I start working on the next pattern, and I'm trying to get my flow a little bit quicker. And what I always do is to put together, well, what I've started to do really is put together a tester team so that I can just contact the whole of the team and say, would you like to test the pattern? It's a little community in its own right, so it's quite nice to be part of it. And Claire is now part of my tester team. So, I mean, the great thing about you being part of my tester team is I get to see you every week as well in class, and we can have a chat and talk about ideas. So the next pattern up I'm wearing, it's going to be this very, very simple little waistcoat. And I kind of originally thought about it as a scrap buster because I had literally about a corner like this left from this really expensive wool fabric last year that I bought. I thought, oh, what can I do with that? And I really didn't want to waste it because it's so beautiful. And it was just enough to make the front. So I think I actually made the back as well out of it. I just squeezed that out of another corner, lined it, and I started wearing it. Just added something to an outfit that was quite simple. I thought this could just be a really great little pattern. So it's come into life. It's coming to life now. So you're testing it. So when I said to you how you're going to make it, you had some great ideas. So do you want to tell us a little bit about your plans for it?
So as you've already said, it's not much fabric, so you can use it with lots of different scrap pieces of material. I don't even think it matters if you have the same materials all around. I think you could do it in like really outrageous colours and everything else. So I've also kind of considered using boiled wool and making it really simple, i.e. just a few seams.
Yeah, I know when you said that, I thought you could literally actually make it with 4 seams. You could sew the shoulders, the side seams, and because boiled wool doesn't need edging, that's it.
That's it.
So this is the easiest ever garment, which would be quite fun.
And very fashionable at the moment, I think the waistcoat is really in, so I think that it would be really great to see people's imagination flow.
Yeah.
Really, it could be really good.
I know. Well, talking to you, you've already had all those ideas, and we've chatted quite a lot about that, haven't we? And I think that's fabulous. That's what I love about a pattern. I think it brings people's creativity out. So I'm really excited to see what people come up with.
You can go to a charity shop, can't you? And find a big skirt or anything.
Yeah.
And just use
nice fabrics.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I think that's one of the lovely things, because textiles and fabrics are so beautiful, and we often have little tiny bits, and you could maybe use that as part of it, not even the whole thing. It could be patchwork. There's loads of things you could do. So yeah, I'm quite excited to
dress up, dress down.
Yeah, dress up, dress down, absolutely. So yeah, I think there's quite a lot of possibilities with this. So apart from being a tester for the press waistcoat, what else are you working on at the moment?
I'd like to get more confidence in that with my overlocker. So I'm going to attend your session on make a sweatshirt in a day, so I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully it'll give me some more insight on what I can use, how I can use my overlocker. So that's good. I am doing a lot more sewing at home, like this dress, in order to again, I think it's all about confidence with sewing, isn't it? And also kind of like, I made mistakes. I learned a lot just making a couple of dresses at home.
Yeah, you definitely have. I think you just like moved up so much by doing that extra stuff at home, haven't you? You just really, but I mean, like I've said from the start, I love the fact that you just get stuck in, you're prepared for it to make a little mistake here and there, and not let that phase you. And I think that's such a great thing, because I think you can just freeze if you think, oh, I made a mistake, and let that put you off. You've got to move forward from that.
You do.
And we all make mistakes, but you've got to let that be a learning tool rather than paralysing, just stops you, moving forward.
Yeah, it also kind of like makes me kind of think about kind of the style of clothing that I'd like to wear, and the colour coordinations and everything. I think, and it's so much nicer than kind of seeing other people in things that are bought. But then there is that sustainability. So I do kind of I'm a charity shopper. I go on Vinted, but I can also change things, or I can alter things.
Yes, you do quite a bit of that, don't you? I think that's a really good thing to do. I think actually, sewing things that are, or altering things or remaking things, is actually quite a good entry point for somebody that's like looking to start sewing, because I feel like it's not so overwhelming to have to, then, you know, when you start thinking, oh, I've got to buy a pattern, I've got to get this, I've got to get that, get the right fabric, what, you know, how does it all go together? If you've got a piece of clothing and you think, oh, I could have a play around with this, something that, you know, you've finished wearing or it's worn out or it's got holes in it or something like that, you can try and sort of adapt it, or like you say, find something in a charity shop. I think they're great ways to use sewing skills.
Yeah, and it's a lot more fashionable now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go and get something from the charity shop. Let's change it. Let's take it up.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to.
Yeah.
You can.
Oh, I love it. Like you
that.
come along, don't you? And you say, oh, I've got this dress and I don't like this element of it, like that dress that you showed me the other day, and it's got elasticated around the waist and you didn't like the elastic, so, you know, you want it just to be more that kind of shape, just kind of easy, pull-on shape. So we talked about how we could do that, and now you're going to have a go at that. So,
I am, yeah.
You know.
I like the eat as much as you like dress. That's what I like.
I like that idea too, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is a good kind of thing. And then you get to know your style as well, don't you? And you think, oh, this is what I want to wear more of, this kind of thing. So and I'm looking forward to the overlocking workshop, actually, because in that class we look at some of the factors that go along with making stretch garments, like percentage of stretch and things like that, and the fit, because obviously with stretch garments you can sometimes be working with negative ease, and so it's a bit different to working with woven garments, but there is a whole world of possibilities with stretch garments that is very easy and quick and satisfying to make. So I'm looking forward to teaching that. So
watch this space, really.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be good. And really, the other side of that workshop really is to just for you to make something with your overlocker and actually make something, rather than like the overlocker class that I think, have you been on that?
Yeah,
first one? Yeah, so we just do lots of little samples, and you kind of get to try lots of different techniques and get to know lots of things. But to put it in context and make something that you can then repeat at home, I think makes it a bit more, solidifies all those skills and makes sense of them, really. So, and we got a great day to kind of really troubleshoot any issues, and you can ask millions of questions, and I love all of that. So I think, what else have we got to say today?
Well, I'm thinking of turning things around slightly. So let's do another video session.
Yeah.
But let's turn it around and I'll interview you.
Oh my god.
Let's find out a little bit more about you.
Oh wow. Well, yeah, I'd be up for that. I can't say I'm not going to be up for that. Now you've kindly been interviewed twice. So okay, I'm up for that.
What would be really cool as well, I think, is if there's any questions out there, if you've got anything that you would like to know, not kind of so much sewing, but more about Julia, and let's find out who our teacher is and her history, some of why she got into sewing, all those sort of things. I think that would be really great, and it would all bring you lot into it as well.
Okay, well, I'm up for that. That sounds very interesting. If you would like to see that, let us know. And I think we'll call that a wrap today, otherwise we'll be here for another 2 hours.
It would be, yeah.
But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that video, and thanks very much for coming again, and let us know if you'd like to see another video, so we will, I will be up for doing that.
Cool.
Fun. So thanks very much.
See you again.
See you.
Bye.